Alright, hello everybody. Today's date is November 1st, 2021, and my name is Leslie Williams. And I want you to take a look at that tree right there, and yes, I'm aware that I got stuff strewn about, and just bear with me. Now check this out. The reason why this stuff is out is because all morning, since around 7:30, 8 o'clock, I've been going through my uh, prearranged stuff, predetermined stuff that's going to be taken with me to start the implementation of my new hiking strategy. So that's, otherwise, none of this stuff that you see here would be out at all, okay? Including this stuff and other things. Trust me, I know how it looks. Now, the point of this video is to showcase to you mainly, make a few statements concerning the new hiking strategy, and to show you my bike and how the bike is packed, and you'll understand all this as I continue to talk, so please bear with me. Again, today's date is November 1st, 2020. It's around 12:40 p.m. Pacific Time, San Diego, California. I live in the community of La Jolla. I'm a target victim and activist concerning the continued criminal expeditions of what is known as gang stalking. Let's see if anything interrupts this video from the continuation of its recording before I say thank you for listening. Have a good day. The vast majority of my statements in this video always applies for all days of all weeks of all months of all years at all wooded areas. And when it comes to the bike, that includes along my routes as well. So just bear with me. Now, let me first showcase this to you. This is a green bag, a tactical bag actually, that I bought from Amazon because I couldn't find the right appropriate bag through Amazon concerning camping gear. So I actually typed in tactical bags and found this one. And the reason why I knew about tactical bags is because I learned about them as a result of watching camping YouTube videos. Hold on a second. I'm taking a break while I'm making this video, so I'm smoking a cigarette, so please bear with me. Now, this thing right here is going to go on my waist when I do short moves and when I do big moves. The crime of gang stalking intentionally made me homeless from 4 apartments in Michigan and 1 in Tennessee. So I just decided to stay homeless in order to save thousands of dollars and all the nonstop hell that I would go through if I got another apartment or a room for rent or even a motel room. And I am being gang stalked to and at wooded areas. Every wooded area I've utilized in San Diego since 2011, make no mistake about it. So, and I'm also gang stalked along my routes. So, this bag right here is going to go on the waist, okay, and it's mostly going to have light stuff in it. Today it's got a couple cans of chili in it because I'm getting ready to make a small move. And it's got a thing here that goes around the waist, so this is going to go on the waist, and it's actually going to be a pretty good deal because it's going to hold up the back part of my backpack on my back. And but I don't put a lot of heavy stuff in this because I don't want to strain the lower back, and it's going to definitely be used for short moves, maybe even long moves, and I'll be able to become aware of how difficult it will be to ride the bike once I utilize it on the first time when I get on the bike. Some short moves might be where I actually just walk the bike from place to place. So I want to let you know this pertaining to why it's being used, but mostly to prove that I have it in case it gets stolen. Okay. And this should still be in my shopping history on my Amazon app, my orders history. Hold on. So I'm going to get up right now and show you my bike. Now, this right here is my bike. It's a brand new bike. It's about a year old, and I've kept it in mostly pristine condition. There's a couple rusty spots on it, and that's because I've had to move 5 times since January 2021, and so between the moving and the schedule and the crime continuing, I wasn't able to upkeep it like I originally wanted to. So it's got some rust accumulating on it at specific points. But generally, overall, it still rides like a brand new bike because I keep it. I barely use it. Excuse me. You basically use it to go to the grocery store and the post office and stuff like that, and then back to wooded areas. Now, all right, hold on. Let me get something out of the way here. Oh, so this right here, what you see here, I'm going to give you side view, top view, and back view. These are pannier bags, saddle bags. Now, when I bought this bike, I also bought cable locks for the seat, because this is a type of seat that actually where you can pull a lever and put them right there, and then when you pull the lever out, you then could lift the seat up, and I didn't want gang stalking to steal my seat. So I had to literally, because they have sabotaged every bike I've owned since 2011, 5 bikes, and they stole one actually. Hold on. Let me put this cigarette out. Alright, now, so I had to buy a cable lock so I could wrap the cable lock around the seat mechanism, and then I ended up then locking it to the brand new back rack, bike rack I bought for the back, which holds the saddlebags and the flat bag that goes on top. This is all one system bought from Amazon. Okay? Then I bought a front rack, and I had to do the same thing with it concerning locking it up to the frame, because gang stalking crimes will do anything and everything. They'll sabotage the any functionality of the bike, including multiple functionalities of the bike, the gears, okay, the axle, the brakes, tires, all the entire system of the brake mechanism. So, and the reason why I'm telling you all this is because I literally want you to witness what I got to go through. They tore this hole in my seat. Okay, I tried to tape it up a few times. The tape keeps coming off. And I think they're messing around with at least one of my brakes. And they can mess around with your car and your bike in a way to make it look like the malfunction or the destruction of any part of your car or bike happened through normal appearing reasons, excuses, or mishaps. Oh, absolutely. So let me so here's the side view. Okay, if I was facing that way, this would be the left side. So this is the left side, and what these are 2 saddlebags, one for each side. So you're kind of seeing it right now. Okay, all right. And this is one system that I bought from Amazon, meaning that bag, this is a saddlebag, and it goes over the back rack. And then I put this extension on here. I found this actually about 40 feet away from a bus stop, and it fit perfectly. It slid perfectly right into the back rack, and that enabled me to extend the back rack. And then this flat bag gets attached to the side of the saddlebags. This allows you to put more stuff in it. Okay? So this is basically things like snow pants that I sleep at night, tent poles, some weatherization blankets, and some additional things like socks and so on and so forth. This right here on the front rack is my cooking system. Okay? Little small cooking skillets, cooking fuel, and so on and so forth. I use a, where did I put it at? I use an alcohol stove, which is right there. I bought 2 of those from Amazon. One's hidden in another spot. And so this is the cooking system. Cooking fuel, small little cooking pots and stuff like that. This goes on the front rack, and then it's bungee corded, and then this strap is put on it to hold it in position. You'll understand why I'm doing this in a minute. Alright, so I want you to see, as a result of this crime making me homeless, and then gang stalking me to wooded areas, including staging assault, property theft, property damage, including property that I leave behind until I can come back and get it. They'll steal and damage property, slash up clothes. Oh God, that could take 2 hours to just explain to you everything I've been through at wooded areas pertaining to just property damage and property theft alone. Propping up homeless people to camp out by property. I hide after I hide it and then leave the area. Before I can come back to get it, they'll prop up homeless people to camp right by it. That's done for psychological intimidation about retrieving it. Especially if you got more items that you can carry with you at once. If you go into an area where you got property hidden at, you can't carry everything that's there with you, and you got a homeless people right there, well then they're going to be able to see you getting into it, and then they're going to know that there's property there. Okay? That's done that's just done to interrupt your life in a massive way, and even cost you to go through money if you end up having to need something from that immediately and can't get to it, because you're worried about whatever you leave behind being stolen because of the intentionally propped up assholes there. Gang stalking, the stalking of gang stalking is illegal in real time, non-stop, of every second, of every minute, of every day, of every week, of every month. Google my descriptions to gang stalking. So they track you everywhere you fucking go. Literally. And please excuse my swearing. I usually don't swear in my videos. So that's the front rack. And this enables me to carry the cooking kit. And then this again is mostly things dedicated to sleeping between dusk and dawn. Okay? The tent itself is in my backpack. Now this bag right here has to do with other articles and things that are absolutely needed that most of that is usually going to be put in this. But since I'm going to be moving permanently from this spot, I wanted to take a little bit more with me today than usual. I will be moving today. As soon as it gets dark out, I will already have this bike unlocked and ready to be pushed off the property. I'm just waiting until it gets dark out. So we're going to see if I get robbed, assaulted, raped, or anything occurs to me before I can get to another area. Let's see if there's anybody already propped up at that area or arrives after I do. Those statements apply for any and all dates of any day, week, month, or year at any wooded area I go to on all dates. So meaning that if it happens 3 years from now, this video still applies. Let's see if they do anything to any functionality of this bike and or bike lock on any and all dates, no matter where the bike is locked up at. Okay? Absolutely. Let's see if I'm arrested for illegal lodging, trespassing, or encroachment at any wooded area, including off the entrances and exits, all walking routes, and all areas that I go to rest at and or camp at. Okay? Now, my fellow American citizens, just research all my statements to gang stalking concerning ones that can be researched, like the police and gang stalking, staged events, which are called street theaters and gang stalking crimes. And gang stalking will use anyone and everyone to report you to the police, so it doesn't look like it's in order to cover up the fact that you're actually being illegally tracked, so they can prop up people to call the police. Anybody of any age, any type of person at any and all times. Absolutely. So this bike is in very good condition. I've been putting very good expensive grease on the chain. I've been keeping when it rains out. I put garbage bags. I literally wrap garbage bags so it covers the entire chain from front to back so the chain don't get rusted out. And I'm pretty good about keeping the rims, the dirt off the rims and stuff like that. And since I haven't been riding it much, you can see there's still a lot of tread left on both the front and back tire. Now, the day before yesterday, I put air in these tires, and so, they're ready to go. Okay, and I do have enough stuff. I got backup inner tubes, wrenches, and all that other kind of stuff. Now, so we're gonna see now, when I get up in the morning, say if I got to get up in the morning and go take care of business, or go to the grocery store to get water and food, what I'll be doing in the morning is I pack these up in a way to where when you open up the side saddlebag, the stuff that's in it is inside of a black garbage bag, and then the stuff that's in it is also inside of another bag. And I do that so when I get to another area, all I got to do is open it up and pull the bag out. Alright? But these back pannier bags, the saddlebags and the flat bag that goes on top, because remember, this is all one system. All three of these came together. Well, it's actually two items. The saddlebags is one item, and then this flat bag, which gets attached to the saddlebags. This is all one bought system. Okay, so meaning that the flat bag goes with the saddlebags. Okay, so say if I leave any wooded area on any day in the morning or at any time during the day, and to go to the grocery store or anywhere I might have to go to, what I'll do is the tent always goes with me, and the tent poles will always go with me. And what I'll do is I'll take the saddlebags go with me 99% of the time, because I use them to carry groceries and stuff. So what I'll do is I'll take the flat bag off and the front bag that's got the cooking gear, and I'll hide it within the landscape, so if anybody was to walk on the property when I'm gone, they would not be able to see it at all. And you don't want to know what these little psychotic rats are doing. They're literally coming on the properties at night and when I'm gone during the day, and they're uncovering the areas where I got shit hidden at, and then leaving calling cards, identical calling cards. They've done that at the last 22 wooded areas. Literally, it's no joke. And when you go to Google and research at Google how gang stalking victims are finding things propped up on their porch, in their backyards, how they'll break into your apartments and move things around, steal things and replace them later, I think you shouldn't then have no problem with believing my statements when I say they come on. See, because they can track you down to the foot, down to the inch, literally. Okay? Literally. And consider this, when you research electromagnetic weapons, torture, and gang stalking, literally, where tens of thousands of people are stating they're enduring direct energy weapons attacks and electromagnetic weapons attacks in each room of their home, as they're sitting on the toilet, when they're taking a shower, when they're in their bed, when they're sitting on their couch, when they're sitting at their desk, when they're making something to eat in the kitchen, when they're walking through the hallway, as they're in their basement, as they're entering and leaving. They got to know where you're at in real time to hit you in specific areas of your brain and body. So that should tell you automatically that they're tracking you down to the inch. Make no mistake about it, baby cakes and munchkin butts. And don't mistake my momentary intermittent comical posture as being a video. This video is extremely serious. This is very serious issues. Okay? Now at this time, the total functionality of the bike is in perfect condition. Except for something that I think that they might be doing when I'm either in stores or maybe even at night. Because sometimes I hear footsteps on the property, at wooded area properties at night. Okay? So we're going to see on any and all dates when I get up to go out and do anything from any wooded area. We're going to see if anything that I leave behind that I completely hide, completely out of sight, is gone and or damaged when I come back. That includes zippers on clothes, clothes being slashed up, clothes being stolen, any part of the system, mainly this one. The bike, the saddlebags, once they're emptied, they're left outside my tent at night because I don't have room in my tent to put them in there. We're going to see if they're stolen. Okay? I put them in a black garbage bag so it's not outwardly apparent of what they are in case somebody innocently comes on the property. So this will always be hidden. The only time it will not be hidden is when I'm utilizing something in it or when I'm putting it on the bike in order to go from place to place. Now, I know all this sounds crazy, but hey, it is what it is. I'd have a car, but go to Google and research how they stage vehicle accidents. Literally, this crime is literally that bad, and how they'll sabotage the car mechanically and electrically in order to get you to go through your money. So once they make you homeless, you don't have any money or car to even sleep in or get around. That's why I don't even bother to buy a car. You wouldn't believe how many vehicles I lost in Michigan. Now let's segue into over here for a second because I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to include this within this video. This is a brand. All right, hold on. I got to bring it up. Bear with me a second. Give me a second here. I gotta turn this thing around so I can show you something. This is a brand spanking new tent. I just picked it up from the post office 4 days ago. 3-4 days ago. It was just delivered to the post office last Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. And it sat there for a couple days because I didn't have time to get to it, the day it got delivered. In fact, I think this got delivered, I don't know if this got delivered in the daytime or maybe at some time at night. It's brand spanking new. Alright? So let me show you something concerning it. When I picked it up, the day I picked it up, and then I started utilizing it that night, there's 2 tent doors on this tent. The net tent, the net door, and then this door. Now this door right here has never had a problem with closing. The net tent door, though, has got problems in its stitching, which I'm going to show you right here. Do you see it? And now this is what it was like when I bought it. And my tape recorder, which is always in the record mode 24/7, okay, shows me making statements on the first night I put it up, and it shows the difficulty of zipping this up, zipping it all the way through. In fact, I'll try and show it to you. It's going to be hard to try and zip this while I'm holding the phone, but let's see if I can make it happen. Bear with me a second. So here's the zipper for it right here. Okay, so I'm going to pull it up. Okay, this is brand spanking new. Okay, and my Amazon account, my Amazon app, which is what my account's related to, shows that it was just delivered last week. Today's Monday. Okay, it was just delivered last Thursday or Friday. Okay, and so it's only been used, I think, 3 nights. Let me try and see if I can. All right, bear with me a second because I don't want to accidentally hit the stop button. Pull it up just a little bit so I can. Okay. So it's had massive, all along the knitting of this. Look at it. Okay, you see that right there? All along the knitting of this has got, okay, where it looks like it's all bunched up together and wasn't sewn right. I was fighting with it to get it opened and closed like you would not believe each time I went to open and close it. Okay? It's all messed up. Now, then this morning when I woke up, okay, where's that part at? Hold on, there's one part where the threading literally started becoming dislodged. Here it is. From where the zipper started literally becoming dislodged from the netting. So I'm gonna contact Amazon tomorrow through my Amazon app because I'm engaged. I'm enduring massive cell phone signal jamming at wooded areas through this crime. Google my statements, so you can see right here it already started to tear, and I've only used it 3-4 nights. Okay, and these little snag things, it's got to do with the sewing. Okay, the sewing of it. Do you see that bad sewing right there, and these are all along this. Okay, see it? I don't know how well you can see it. So I brought a little bit of it up, and I had to even struggle just to get it up that far. So watch this. Okay, so do you see how it stopped right there? Okay, now right now it seems to be doing it now. Right now while I'm doing it, it's working fine. But what I would do is I would pull it and it would stop, and then I'd have to pull it back down, and then when I pull it back up, it would stop again. Okay, and then it would just constantly repeat itself all throughout the zippering of it. And I think if you pay close attention, this is the outside of it, and I think if you pay close attention, you can see this thing is messed up. Okay, look at that. Look at that. With the indentations where it's all messed up, whoever sewed this fucked it up. Okay, and by the way, when you go to Google now, the following statement is not being made because I believe it, suspect it, or even wonder it, but you can go to Google. Okay, look at that. Okay, so you wouldn't believe what I was going through just to get this thing shut. I can't believe it practically perfectly zipped right when I'm showing it to you. But I had a struggle. The zipper would stop at least 5 times, and I had to massively play with it just to get the zipper to move 3 inches. Okay, and it was a pain in the ass, and I was not applying any undue force on it to try and get it to try and correct it. So I'm definitely requesting a return on this. So let's see if Amazon doesn't, and let's see if they claim that I have to pay for shipping if I attempt to send it back to them through the UPS store. Because tomorrow when I go out to take care of some business, I'm going to be going to Bond's grocery store, and there's a UPS store right next to it. Okay? So we're going to see for any reason if this cannot be returned, and then when I go to place an order for another one, we're going to see if Amazon claims they're no longer available, and or if the next one that comes in is messed up too in any way, and that includes tent poles. Now, when I said a second ago, the following statement I'm getting ready to make is not being stated because I believe it, suspect it, or even wonder it, but you can go to Google and research how gang stalking crimes fuck with zippers, and then go to Google and research mail theft, mail delayment, and mail rerouting. And you should also know there's a couple whistleblowers online right now exposing Amazon being massively connected to the gang stalking of homeless people and others in Seattle, Washington. Okay? Because think about what I'm saying. Now, here's a kicker, and the following statement is the absolute truth. Because of mail tampering in the past, and mail delayment, and mail theft, and mail rerouting in the past, I make predictions in my tape recorder. Every day, many different predictions, actually. What might happen along my routes, what might happen to me at wooded areas, what might happen to my property, what might happen to me. When I placed this order, even before I placed it and after I placed it, I said, let's see if there's any fucking thing wrong with this tent when I get it, including the zipper. Think about what I'm saying. Today's Monday. I picked it up on Thursday or Friday, so I used it over the weekend, and the zipper's already tearing. It's already tearing. So tomorrow, when I get out and about in the community, I'm going to bring up my Amazon app and request a refund. Okay? And then I'll buy another Amazon card tomorrow in order to then repurchase the same make and model tent. Now, I got 2 other tents that are identical to this that I bought from Amazon. So I had to get that back out in order so I can use it tonight, and then this is going to be packed up and taken with me since I'm returning it tomorrow. So we're going to see if I don't get refunded. We're going to see if they claim that all the stuff connected to it is not sent back with it. Okay? Oh my God, you just would not believe the gang stalking me along my routes and at businesses. Oh, absolutely, big time. So again, now when at night, this is also going to be left outside the tent. It's going to be put in a black garbage bag, and it's going to be left. It's going to be situated right below the bike, so that it's going to be situated to where if somebody was to walk up on me, because generally I put the tent up right before it gets dark out. Okay. Now when I carry on my back that backpack, and then I carry that duffel bag on my bike. It's a small to mid-sized duffel bag. So when I do certain moves, I'm gonna have to carry a little bit extra things with me than I would normally carry, which is where this black bag comes into play at. And so that's an additional reason why I'm waiting until it gets dark out to move. Because I don't want these, see, because you gotta understand about gang stalking. So let's see if this bag disappears when it's sitting outside the tent at night, and then on any day where I gotta hide it at wooded areas when I decide not to take it with me along my routes. So one thing you gotta understand about gang stalking is that gang stalking, when it stages events towards you, it tries to apply normal appearing excuses, reasons, and mishaps concerning why the event occurred. Like when they stage the homeless people and the social deviants and the crazies at wooded areas to attack you, or to use them for at least psychological intimidation as a result of them being in your presence, and or them being intentionally propped up to camp out, hike out, or hang out around your property that you got hidden. Well, what's a normal appearing excuse concerning why they're there? Well, because they're homeless too, or they ducked into the wooded area for whatever other bullshit excuse they would use. Absolutely. Or when your property gets confiscated through a property owner or a contract worker for the property owner, all they got to do is say, well, it shouldn't have been there in the first place, and they stumbled across it when they were doing work. Or the police got called because you were seen going into, coming out of, or on property. My fellow American citizens, gang stalking, the part of the gang of gang stalking is where they use multiple people. And then the techniques they employ are designed to produce effects, so the effects can be monopolized on, so then those effects can be monopolized on, and then so on and so on, until you end up exploited through them. Because consider this. Let me give you an example about what I mean about that. Say if you're a single man or a woman, doesn't matter, men are just as important as women are who are targets, but let's just say if you got a woman who's being gang stalked. Single woman, she's all by herself, she's got a estranged family, her relationship with her family is somewhat estranged, and you should also research family infiltration in gang stalking, and social infiltration in gang stalking, and intimate infiltration in gang stalking. Literally, that's how bad this crime is, literally. Please excuse my language. So, consider, say you got a single woman, and they're covertly managing the destruction of massive amounts of her personal life, her ability to work, her ability to find another job after they, use the employer to let her go for whatever reason, normal appearing reason. Okay, and then they start targeting her car. So then what effects do you think are going to be created if they can create the unemployment of a person and then keep it managed by not letting that person find another job? Google all my statements. Then they start targeting the car. She don't know she's being gang stalked, so she's just going to think that the transmission went because of whatever bullshit reason the mechanic is told to say. She pays to get that transmission fixed. There's $1,000. After she gets the transmission fixed, a week later, a month later, 2 months later, something else happens to the car. Therefore, she spends another $400 or $500. That's done to get her to go through her bank account while she's not working. She believes that she's continuing to get her car fixed because she's got to have her car to find another job, or she's going to end up homeless because she can't pay rent. Alright? Because she don't know that her ability to not be able to find a job is being culpably managed by these sick, filthy, satanic whores. By the way, you should research all U.S. intelligence agencies to gang stalking, as well as the DOD, the DIA, the NSA, the CIA, the DHS, the FBI, state, county, and local police, and fusion centers. They are, and the U.S. military are the main implicated host. Human trafficking, baby. In many forms: medical human trafficking, insurance fraud human trafficking, sexual human trafficking, labor human trafficking, illegal probate control schemes, and much more. Much, much more. So she goes through her money trying to get her car fixed, and then she starts noticing that she's 1 month away from being homeless because now her bank account's so bad, she's barely got rent money and food money, insurance money. Okay? And then she goes out and about in the community to the grocery store, or maybe to go try and find a job or whatever, and they stage a vehicle accident, and now the car's gone. And she's 2 months away from being made homeless. Welcome to gang stalking. Where every little sick, satanic, filthy whore that they use in this crime plays their bitch-ass role, including the mechanics that she takes the cars to. Okay? Including the wild, satanic, sadistic bitches who sabotaged her car. and the wild, filthy horror that staged the vehicle accident. They want her on the street. And then that's when the cops and the homeless people play their little whore-ass roles, along with prosecutors and judges, when they start setting her up for illegal lodging, trespass, and encroachment. If they know the victim knows all this and is reporting it, then they might even start using electromagnetic weapons, directed energy weapons, to induce all different forms of health maladies, including terminal cancers, and then just make money off of treating that until she's dead, and then they'll cash in on a third-party life insurance policy. Google the hell out of my statements. My name is Leslie Williams. I made this video to inform, to expose truth, because these wild, filthy, mass-murdering, satanic, raping, gang-raping, human trafficking, filthy horrors need to be exposed for exactly what they are. Demonic animals, and that's all they are. Everybody have a good day. The statements I made in this video always applies for all dates, all locations, including where I moved to tonight, and then where I removed to, okay, by Thursday morning, and all areas that I moved to, all properties that I'm on all dates. That includes entering and exiting, and anywhere I'm on the property at. Anybody being propped up to hang out, sorry, I got a scratchy throat, bear with me. That includes anybody being propped up to hang out, camp out, or hike out within 1,000 feet of anywhere that I'm at, whether I'm using the spot just during the day and then go somewhere else at night, whether I duck into a place to go to the bathroom or smoke a cigarette or to be by myself for a little while, and anywhere I got property hidden at, and already do. You know, my fellow American citizens, when you research my descriptions, you'll see truth. How they create the homelessness of victims. They created the homelessness of me by stealing my rent right out of the mail that was mailed, certified mail return receipt through the United States Postal Service, and it was a post office money order. I tracked and confirmed that item for 8 months after it was sent, and it was still shown that it hadn't been delivered. Okay, and then the property owner and landlord played their little lying whore-ass roles. Oh, absolutely. Jerome, Michigan. So, do you really believe that they're creating the homelessness of women all over America and men all over America just to walk away and say bye? No, they got purposes and motives for it. Those things, many of those things have been exposed in prior videos, dedicated to this account, many other YouTube accounts, and 5 separate Periscope accounts, my blog, and on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter every day, and let's see if I get banned for Twitter for any reason. My Twitter account is at HIGGINSGGGG, again, at the symbol, HIGGINSGGGG. The name of the account is Neo Exposing Truth. My current blog is attached to the profile of it. Follow all instructions, look at my pinned tweet, and watch my exposures daily on Twitter, including my predictions. Have a good day, everybody. Stay safe. Jesus Christ absolutely loves you very much. Be good to each other, and stay strong during all the different craziness that's going on in this world and how it's affecting your life. Have a good day, everybody. This video applies for all dates, all locations, all dates, all locations. Have a good day.